A year ago, if someone had asked me whether I would ever cheat on my husband, I would have laughed in their face. I was the kind of woman who believed in loyalty, in fighting for my marriage, in sticking it out through the hard times. I had always thought that love, once promised, was unbreakable. But life has a strange way of testing people, of pushing them into corners they never imagined they'd be in. So before you judge me, before you call me names, let me tell you how I got here. I married a man with big dreams. He was hard-working, determined, and relentless in his pursuit of a better future for us, for the children we planned to have, for the family we hoped to grow old with. His days started before the sun was up, waking at 3 a.m. to work out, then heading straight to the farm before beginning his official job at 6 a.m. He wanted to give us security, to build something lasting. But in his pursuit of tomorrow, somewhere along the way, I became part of the background of his life. Something permanent, something assumed, like a piece of furniture that had always been there and always would be. First, I didn't mind. At least, that's what I told myself. I was a mother, and I loved my children deeply. I put them to bed every night, alone. By the time I was done, my husband was already asleep, drained from the long hours he worked. It was normal, I thought. Sacrifice was part of love. But over time, the little things started to wear on me. He never asked how my day was. He didn't notice when I was struggling. He never stayed up to watch a movie with me, never suggested a date night. I began to realize that I wasn't just lonely. I was invisible in my own marriage. I tried talking to him. Over and over again, I begged him for just a little time together. I wasn't asking for much. 2 hours for a movie, a simple dinner once a month. Just something to remind me that I was more than the person who cooked, cleaned, and kept everything running. But every time I brought it up, he made me feel like I was demanding too much. He was exhausted, he said. He was doing this for us, for our future. And so I stopped asking. Then someone else noticed me. I wasn't looking for it. I didn't plan it. But after years of feeling unseen, when someone truly looks at you, really sees you, it feels like a drug. This person listened when I spoke. They laughed at my jokes. They noticed when I changed my hair. First, it was nothing. Just conversation. Just the simple, intoxicating feeling of being acknowledged. But loneliness is a heavy burden to carry. And when someone finally lifts it, even just for a moment, it changes you. Weakens you. Before I even realized what was happening, I had done something I could never take back. The moment it happened, I knew. I'd crossed a line. I wasn't just a neglected wife anymore. I was a cheater, liar. And no matter how much I wanted to blame my husband for pushing me to that place, deep down I knew the truth. Had been my choice. No one had forced me. No one had made me do it. I did it because, for the first time in years, I felt alive. And then, just as quickly, I felt sick. I ended it before it could go any further. But the damage was already done. Every day after that, I had to look my husband in the eye, knowing I had betrayed him. And the worst part, he still didn't see me. Even after I had made the worst mistake of my life. He didn't notice that something was wrong. Months passed before I finally broke down and told him the truth. It was only then that he realized how far apart we had drifted. That he had lost me long before I had done what I did. I don't tell this story to justify my actions. Cheating is never the answer. I hurt the man I had promised to love forever. I broke his trust, and maybe I'll never earn it back. But if I've learned one thing from this, it's that love isn't just about being physically present. It's about being there emotionally, mentally, in the small moments that make up a relationship. Because when someone feels invisible for too long, they might just find someone else who finally sees them. So judge me if you want. Call me what you will. But before you do, ask yourself, how long can someone feel alone in a marriage before they make the worst mistake of their life?